of environment, because especially for the hard points, the environment is going to be hell. LA Thieves have found their form. Scrap and Hydra are living up to the expectations of what we thought they were going to be doing this year. His hard point, I mean, third highest KD. This is as an SMG that is taking as many gunfights as possible. So if his KD is the third highest, he has been taking over.
Another opportunity to take over right here and now. Look at that lovely peppermint back and forth, the old white and green there in the feed. A nice start from the Thieves. We're going to keep an eye on Dan Ghosty, see if he can pick up the most kills in the lobby, as Sir Puckett of House Puckett asked for at the start of this series. See how things go, Chance, but already off to a lovely start, LA Thieves.
Yeah, finally the nades, though, coming through for Boston to maybe open up the time just a little bit until Envoy's there for a big 2 to protect his boy on time. And LA Thieves already have a 20-second advantage. Granted, long-term, there's a lot more happening. Purge right now just distracting Scrap and doing a good enough job to draw the attention away that Scrap is just ignoring the objective completely because he's worried about too many things. So Boston able to effectively tie the game up going into new, and Purge, the men who put in all of that work, had a 4-0 start.
A man, a guy who we've given plenty of love to and lots of attention to into the league. And Purge continues to be a fun one to watch. Boy Ghosty shooting a Snoopy out the air, and oh, Purge is there for it. Catches him a little bit too hot. Hydra gets it done as well. 20 points now and climbing with the LA Thieves. They have the lead and they've got a lot of control over top mid.
And Scrap will be the man in control. You get Hydra watching the outer lighthouse. Envoy soaking up the time, and Hydra gives you his entry. Scrap gets traded, but Hydra is there for 3. Let him clean up everybody.
No, thank God Purge got the last shots in there, because that was too much. That was a lot. Open hard point, nobody home. Teams trying to get themselves in there, but again, a stalwart line of defense right now for the Boston Breach lads. They're not going to let anything get through towards that P3, but you're not going to take it just yet. Thieves still got a little bit of scrap time to fight over, and they were waiting for a hit there. They were waiting for Boston to overcommit. It wasn't going to happen, and now they've walked right into the trap. 2 down either side. Here comes Hydra from down low.
And he is no help for the moment. He's found the route to actually get through. I don't know if number 4 spotted him, but Boston actually never ended up blocking the back spawn. So Hydra now has help from Scrap in the back line, and help he doesn't need. Winning's the first one-on-one gunfight, and Scrap there from 2. Boston got to be a little bit more worried about that spawn.
Got to be worried about the guy who made it to top trips as well. It might be an issue in a second, but for now, it's 99.99% of dirt clean over by this point, as the LA Thieves are in again firm control. Scrap pushing forward, pushing pace. 10 and 3. It is disgusting work. Verity and over to Envoy in the time, dancing and diving. He and Ghosty find a couple there, and Hydra, an unfortunate team kill, but you'll cut the losses. You'll be happy with that. You've got the majority of the time here on 3 with 20 to go.
That's hilarious. I mean, Scrap's just knife out, trying to get the timing through mid to go cut off either big door or go for the flank there. Playing with so much freedom. And we sort of talked about players that might get exposed against top teams. Well, Purge has the reputation for making good plays, and right now he's the only one delivering. But unfortunate for him, he's getting killed out of spawn by a Hydra, who now they're pinching P4 perfectly. Hit it from every angle, loses the gunfight, setting up his teammate though for the trades. So it's Envoy for 2 and Envoy for 3. Hydra sets him up, Envoy knocks him down.
That is quite something. A perfect break on P4, and now the setup in place. Boston, we test your breaks now. Try to get yourself into the point. 1 in the feed. Hydra upstairs. Envoy now downstairs. Okay, we got in. 35 to go. Hydra on the immediate counter attack. Can't get it done. Purge, good work. In and out. You've got 30 seconds to fight here, Boston.
Yeah, another life from Purge, where it seems like he is the main stalwart of defense for Boston, being able to pick up 2 on the re-break. Awakening gives you an extra 2, though, so on the outskirts, AR's making an impact, and Snoopy gets to soak down low. And this has been a clean feed and a clean hold. They got control, never looked back, and they've shut down Envoy, a hill that Boston was desperate for. They were able to get.
They are purring indeed, folks. Well, over to Awakening, he's done a bit of a lap, and yes, his eyes did not deceive him. He did see a player there, and now he's checking it all diligently. Red dots all over the place. He's the man behind enemy lines for now, as Cammy finds his skills over by Grandma's, makes that side of the map all good and safe. Perfect work there out of Boston, breaching B1.
Yeah, a 50-point deficit as well when they get the 4 down. An opportunity to convert this into good time and get the guns hot. Awakening now on a 5. Can't make it 6, but hey, had a nice little string of events, but Cammy falls in the middle of the map, and the hill gets broken down instantly. You lose 1 gunfight in the follow-up from the rest of Boston. Simply not there.
Yeah, you lose 1 gunfight and seemingly lose them all. Not this time, though. Scrap, what a snap right on a cam. He can barely get out into the point. Purge as well, massive damage. Oh, but enough for Envoy to get into the fight, and there we go. Trades complete, and Awakening has wiped the point clean, and that is still Boston in control.
And Boston players apparently love standing on top of that gun. Both ARs taking their turns dying on it. But if you get the time, you're not too hateful towards it. What was a 50-point deficit? They've cut it down to about 30. The rotation gunfight, they get the entry as well. So still have more players to kill. Hydra, the namesake in that role. And they do get the trades. So you got the time, the 50-point lead, cut down to 20.
Yeah, the dynamic duo of Scrap and Hydra and What a Duo were fantastic in the opening set in terms of getting the kills and maintaining hill time, but right now it is absolutely Boston who are on the pushback. And now a 4-man hit from the Thieves over towards time, and they've got a couple of big kills. Oh, and Scrap! The transition onto the second was magnificent. Last man left Envoy, cleans house. That's your time, Thieves.
And just the timing not going the way of Boston. I mean, you got players on the point that just don't need the chow, but they give away a couple kills and you just lose the pressure. So poor positioning and an opportunity for LA Thieves to retake control. That is all 4 players down. Hydra knows they're all in spawn, and he is waiting for the kills, but he got dished out the goods. Low impact kill though, because Hydra should spawn over towards new, and LA Thieves got 3 of 4 bodies in the new time.
He got snooped. Another player finding corners. Hey, nice work, Snoopy, keeping this player alive. Hydra backdoor gunned. Snoopy's on one. 12 and 19, not looking fantastic, but the last 3 have been good, and we are starting to catch fire. Boston, let's go bring this in.
Yeah, already back door, bro. Yo, front door, 2 on time, boys.
Don't left me, Hydra.
Low. He's zipping up. Okay, I'm gonna come low with you, bro. I'm gonna go through spiral. Nice. Yo, already big door dead.
Nice, I
might pressure old boys.
Yeah, you can.
One guy could have pinched. I'm trying to
There's one room, one video.
Go scrap back door, okay? I didn't see anyone else pushing spiral.
Yeah, I'll get
One's
on.
going spiral now.
Have it.
Yeah, I spawned the back of all boys, okay? They probably know I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I mean maps on me. Yeah, 100% yes. Envoy and all, one shot. Absolutely.
Hydrate, Zebra.
Envoy dead. They were just one and all dead.
Brace stuck me.
Scrap absolutely no. There's 2 gold spiral. 2 gold spiral, guys. 2 gold spiral.
Close right.
Smart on me. From bottom grandmas.
I spawned troops, right? I spawned troops.
There you go.
Yeah, Hydra could just go maps, honestly.
I'm gonna go P2.
Sudden maps. I'm playing the guy maps, okay? Maps really weak, Hydra, bro. He's really weak in maps, okay?
Watch out, Midside there. We see him ready. It's far. Yeah, one shot, bro.
Backside, go see. Actually, go see. We're good.
Can you help P2 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one on the right, bro.
Subby, I think.
You wanna play Assault?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, just
I got if he goes down the ladder.
One shot.
Yeah, okay. Mid-side dash.
Yeah.
I got big door.
Alright.
He's not playing old.
Maybe just wait for me.
Yeah, he could.
A slight bit deflating chance there. The comms from Boston Breach, a couple of big breaks, certainly hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Ghosty makes a hell of a play, too, over towards P4. Boston had the full setup. Boston also got the first 3 kills. Purge had Ghosty one shot in, like, the top elevator. He chased the kill, and Ghosty left him a present of a Semtex nade at the top of the zip line. So that was the moment where then LA Thieves come off spawn. They have a 4v3 for the rebreak, and the pinch is already set up. So Ghosty out there making a heroic play. He's 15 and 20, but, I mean, quite literally did make the play to make sure you solidify the game, and even as a Hellstorm to open up this time.
Yeah, good old work there from Ghosty. Envoy now trying to hold point alone. A lot of pressure. Hydra literally covering him as best he can. And this is a lovely setup right now. Thieves complete control at top, but big wins out Awakening again. He has been the man with a very hot hand so far in this map of 25 and 19. Big individual wins, and now the time going their way as well. Breach, can you survive? Your P2 was great before. Can you do it again, lads?
And Big Wake certainly having a solid performance so far, but a long way to go. Gonna have to really hit the gas pedal for this break. Snoopy can't quite win the second one. It sets you up for some trades, but the trades are not gonna be good enough. LA Thieves continually soaking up the time. Awakening, though, another 2-piece for the opportunity. So maybe you're right, Miles. Maybe Big Wake will deliver the comeback. A 60-point deficit. Quite the hole to climb out of.
Oh, Joseph, we're entering demon status. Envoy in. Down and out, scrap with the cover, and then Awakening again. Awakening, all down. Purge trades complete. Ghosty last man up. And there is Hydra to reinforce. Final few members of the game here, folks. That is it. LA Thieves push forward, drive the spear, and break the back of Boston here on P2. That is map number 1.
Yeah, and no sweat off of LA Thieves back at all. They cannot even pretend to be excited. And a little moment like that, don't know how it happens, but Awakening Outer Lighthouse gets the kill. Like, reads the flank at the setup of that time, and then we cut over to Envoy, and it turns out the middle of the map is wide open. So somehow Boston, even with all 4 players alive and getting the first kill on the pinch, just leave a massive section of the map there for free, and Envoy just strolls on through, but Ghosty finishes off 22 and 23, so he's not going to be the MVP of the map, but if you look at the stats, him and Envoy, they do their jobs. Ghosty makes the big play when he needs. He gets the crews. He does the high IQ stuff. And Scrap and Hydra, their job is to kill things.
Yep.
Great job. A+.
A+, really nice there. 4K for Scrap in the damage department. 15 assists as well. Of course, the Ames player is able to get a couple of tags in, but that's just testament to the comms and the teamwork right there. Again, with Ghosty as well. The Ames boys here on Protocol putting in them good works. In the highlights we dive, and a lot of fun here, man. We saw some great pieces, good stuff from Purge, nice stuff from Awakening. Ultimately, though, the Thieves, disgusting stuff. Hydra, yeah, this was an ugly one. That shouldn't have happened. A couple of nice breaks here, and Snoopy, nice moments on P3 as well in that second set. So tons happening, good plays, high level, but at the end of the day, LA Thieves, just the top team right now, alongside FaZe, of course, but what a battle Boston put up.
Yeah, and just to continue the LA Thieves glaze, like, just to talk about Envoy for a second. Anybody that criticized Envoy for the past few years, I just do not respect their like Call of Duty opinion, just as like a baseline. If you're looking at his objective numbers compared to Hydra, it's insane. Hydra gets complete freedom. Envoy just had 17 objective kills out of like 25 total in over 2 minutes in time. Like, he is the most objective-minded player I think we have in the league, and it is absolutely by design. But anytime he drops a 0.5, you know, the community just goes and toasts him a little bit. But Envoy, invaluable to the squad, and you can just see the pain and frustration on the faces of the Boston players that have to deal with the menaces on the side of the stage.
And again, nothing but confidence and true swagger as that red line goes all the way to that 250, folks. And with good reason. Again, Boston, lovely comeback in the second set. We've seen that P1 and P2 looking good, and then after that, a little dry, a little bit of a slower run. But again, kudos to the Thieves. Business as usual, again, for one of the teams in finest form we have seen in the league so far. Black Ops 6, treating them right, and now we're going to get treated to a red card S&D. Question, though, folks, we've already seen one today from the FaZe boys. Chance, again, Boston, crazy things happen. Again, a competent search and destroy team, and Thieves prone to overheat and get a little bit too confident.
Possibly, but it seems like they're starting to really rein that in, because S&D, the only thing that they were struggling at in stage 1, and that is simply not existing anymore. So pretty on point, and more looks at some of these heroic plays. And yeah, again, Envoy, just a stroll through the middle of the map, picks off one player, Awakening caught off guard, and yeah, it looks like he dropped the guy over on P2 as well. So that's how it happens. Luck like that. Well, we're going to find out in a little bit for the red card S&D that we're going to have a fun one, because I know Hydra is certainly my main focal point, but LA Thieves have stepped up as a whole. I mean, now the best S&D team in the league, and look at how the tables turn. Struggling, or well, Boston was on point in stage number 1. Now they're looking a little bit average, but still very strong. LA Thieves have taken over. Hydra literally just went from a bottom 5 S&D player in the game. In a matter of the stage, he's now like top 3, at least statistically, and the team has been backing it up. And where Hydra has thrived, well, the whole team has been picking it up as well. Nameless certainly touched on it on the desk, just the idea that on offensive rounds, doing a much better job of getting the bomb down. Well, that is where Envoy shines, and his stats have massively increased as well. So both SMG players for LA Thieves have really found their form in the game mode, which means the team is just, I mean, elite. They're in top 2.
Top two, and at times it ain't 2, especially at -2, in which case it was 1. Well done to those guys again. Congratulations going into Major 2, not too far away. We're going back to Allen, Texas. Can't wait to go there, folks. Hopefully see some of you there. And if we do, you're in for a real treat. We're going to see some fantastic Call of Duty. Chance red card again. Obviously, Boston, there is a fighting chance without a doubt, but at this point in time, Thieves are in that flow. They're in that, we've just managed to win the minor. We've managed to take care of all of our big rivals. We're feeling very, very strong indeed. Is this just another day in the office for them? Is this going to be an easy run?
For LA Thieves, yes, I think it is going to be, unless Boston find ways to sort of evolve the meta of the map. Like Minnesota, I think we watched them earlier against Atlanta, had 2 really good strats for like an A-site retake and like good flavor, and like that's a good idea, but you can't just like sort of adapt or fix maybe one thing in your setup. You have to have constant improvements on everything, because if Boston don't improve, LA Thieves already, it looks like they've passed them in the game mode. You gotta find ways to pick things up and really show your strength, but certainly the face is on the Boston boys. I'm not currently a believer.
The comms, it was a tough one. Again, the P3 break in a P4 break, they just started to have that like, oh, I got gunned. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. There was an element of defeat there. Again, not to sort of put words into the Boston Breach mouths, sort of the feeling I got there, and I think again a moment of quiet here. Obviously, they'll be chatting away. Coach Shawnee in the back there, giving the boys last minute, words of advice and encouragement, whether it may be that or strats going into this matchup. Red card again. You feel like you know what you're doing against the LA Thieves. You have their game plan. You've seen the tape. You've got lots of it. Bad news though, you still have to get in the ring with them, and that's where things get spicy. Because again, a squad like this, with their pedigree, with their caliber of the players, the coaching staff, they're going to be evolving their gameplay as well. They're going to be pushing the meta. They're going to be trying different things. It's not just going to be constant like, yeah, we're going to let Hydra bail us out in 1v2, 1v3 situations with his pistol. That's not going to happen every single time, but it is coming down to that strategy. And this is how Breach have looked in the run to Major 2. And let me tell you, man, Chance, I would be pretty happy with this if I were Boston, especially for the first 2 wins. Losing to Cloud9 0-3 was a shocker. Of course, the game 5 against Ultra Tough, but tomorrow you play FaZe, not ideal. Heretics as well, another top 4 team. It's a brutal road to the Major here in the late end.
I mean, okay, Falcons and Gorillas, those are the must-wins. 2 worst teams in the league, they got it done. But when we're talking battle for champs and battle for seedings and whatnot, you have to win the middle of the pack matchups. Like, that's where you're able to build confidence. And if you're not beating Toronto and you're getting 3-0'd by C9, I mean, this is a squad, they're looking at LA Thieves and Atlanta FaZe for the next 2 and just probably rubbing their heads and going, oh God, like, we're about to be down so far. Now we have to beat Miami Heretics a little bit later on. So the pressure is applied when you lose these middle of the pack matchups, and when there's pressure, if your confidence starts to waver in Call of Duty, confidence is the most valuable resource I have as a squad, and when that starts to dwindle, things spiral very quickly. So you need to show a strength, you need just belief as a squad that you can beat one of these top teams, or else everything else is going to crumble with it.
I mean, it'd be interesting for, of course, the last matchup of the day, Optic taking on Miami. We'll see how that one goes. And again, for Boston, a very interesting look at the quality of gameplay Miami are going to be bringing. Of course, Optic not looking themselves, looking a little rough around the edges is one way of putting it. We'll see how that goes. Again, as looking at the standings, Boston, a struggle so far here, chance at Major 2, 2-2. Happy with the 20-point gain regardless. But you absolutely want to be climbing out of this position you're in right now. Again, Heretics so close to it. They'll immediately leapfrog over you with a victory. And again, you're just sort of feeling great that you've managed to get the 2 easy wins, but FaZe and Miami, they're going to be tough ones.
For sure. And just to note for, like, as the lead into Major 2, for Boston, I think this might be the most important stage these guys have all year in terms of setting themselves up for success. Because again, LA Thieves and Atlanta being the next 2 matchups is not ideal, but they got handed for this stage the bottom 2 teams in the league, and then even a Heretics that has been struggling. So if you're able to get the winner's bracket, get the extra CDL points, set yourself up for the Major, you're in a good spot. If you falter here, the rest of the year is going to be so much more difficult. And of course, LA Thieves, I mean, the one problem they really needed to solve for Search and Destroy, they have done so. They're back on top. They staved off the Vancouver Surge, like, resurgence and pressure that those guys were able to bring. And I mean, you love a good best of 7. You get extra reps in, play even more S&Ds, and have the re-experience of a long series. Because if Major 1 was any indication, grand finals this year are going to be a ton of fun, but also an endurance race. So I think LA Thieves incredibly happy with how their stage 2 has gone so far.
Absolutely. And again, their run through the tournament, 3-1 C9, 3-0 Ravens. and only the real might they face there of Surge in that grand finals. But we're waiting to get 1 or 2 more players in the lobby here, folks. They're obviously doing their very best to get in. Slightly different process to the way you would do it at home with a code, or they're making their way into our lobby to get things going here in the Search and Destroy. Slowing things down just a little bit, folks. And we'd be remiss if we didn't. Go to the store, guys. Go to the store right now. Buy yourself the LA Thieves team pack if you haven't already. You get the sexy red. You got the home and away kits. They look real good. There's a sticker of a cat purring away. Little hill kitten reference there. And of course, there's the Where Is She calling card, which is absolutely unbelievable. COD content and like true community memes are living in the game, folks. Whether it was Skirt Dragons back in the day in Cold War, it just keeps evolving. So grab it, just go get it, just go buy it, or ask someone to buy it for you. If you have a parent or a guardian or a friend who you know their credit card information, just do it. Just do it. The LA Thieves will thank you. But yeah, almost ready to get this one chance. Thieves, of course, looking pretty hot coming into red card. Still looking pretty calm and well composed in our lobby joining session, except for Scrap, who's now sleeping. Yeah, about a minute away here, folks. About a minute away. Charles, how are we feeling?
Feeling good. This is the perfect team to be commentating over while recommending credit card fraud at any given time. So Thieves, aptly named in a sense, but I just know from there, like, I'm staying on the theme, Miles. You play against the top teams. We figure out how the squads are really, like, what players are good, what players are great, who's going to fall through this like type of line in thinking. LA Thieves, when they played against Vancouver Surge in the finals, absolutely chirping, like roasting them. You're never going to see me in the grand finals again. Like, they were hungry, chomping at the bit to talk some trash. And in my mind, that means they respect Vancouver Surge, and that's a really good team who have obviously shown the stuff. What I'm seeing in this series is LA Thieves don't care. They play against Boston and beat them in map 1. They don't even say good job. They're just like, yep, that's what's going to happen. They're going to map number 2, and they're just bored, waiting for the map to start. Scrap is just getting further and further and further away from the camera. And in my mind, that tells me more about Boston than it does about LA Thieves. So I'm hungry. I want the bounce back in a battle for the S&D, but uncertain if we'll get it.
Well, we're not going to get it. We're going to get it in a short break's time. As you saw Scrap's reaction and our reaction, that means something's happened, folks. So we're going to go to a very quick commercial break on the other side of this red card. S&D, get them players in the lobby. We're doing it. We're trying. We'll see you on the other side. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Surprise, friends, we're ready to go. Everyone's in the lobby and we're hot to trot. Let's get it. Everyone sit forward. Get ready to party. We're going to red card. We're playing Search and Destroy. The LA Thieves absolutely dominate map 1, so they go into this with the lead.
Scrap is fully taking over the camera space. I mean, just a full screen on him. That's crazy. He does sit ridiculously close to the monitor. Thank God he wears glasses to shield him from those blue lights, if that's even a real thing.
Who knows, man? Who
Hydra's
knows
got the bomb
these days? Wow, Hydra's got the bomb as well. I've actually sat at Scrap's setup. It's a head crank to check that minimap. Howdy! Run, Scrap! What a dive! Gets away with his life. Managed to dodge 2 pieces of lethal there. Only 1 hit him. But that's a lovely bit of intel passed over. Still Thieves, far forward position. Hydra leading the way with the bomb.
Yeah, Scrap also like sort of tilts his monitor backwards, so he like has to sort of crane his neck over the top and look down on it. It's a sight to be seen. And Hydra, for the first blood, that was free. I don't know who got the assist, but that was great teamwork.
Oh, you know he ain't struggling with that. Ghosty backing on up. We're thinking about the B-bomb site now. Snoopy in cam are going to make their way through the middle of the map. Hopefully spot out anyone here on the push forward. There it is, Envoy. You don't get the bomb carry, though. But maybe you think you did.
Oh, he's taking space. Oh, this is perfect. Gonna be a freebie kill. Cammy, not ready. Nice pick, man advantage.
Huge now, all down to Awakening, and he's getting to this party rather late. Sees Ghosty. Whether Ghosty saw him or not, we'll find out. But the guns are up at the ready, and we're taking this fight. Ghosty finishes it off smart for the LA Thieves.
Good plays down the line, able to find the pick on the first blood. Hydra gets the credit for the kill, but his teammate dished him up a one-shot victim. Ghosty for the final one. Easy reads. He absolutely did spot him, and he is very happy for the chow. And I love this play from Scrap as well. Get aggressive, right? Those double doors are an absolute bottleneck to have to run through for the retake, and he knows players like to stand outside of it. So just go take the fight to him and play off the timing. I know Scrap mentioned before the year got going that he feels his reputation as a pure slayer is unjust. S&D kid at his core, in a sense. So he wants it to be known how well-rounded of a player he is, and his S&D so far this year has absolutely delivered.
Round 2. A little further forward here from the Thieves, but again, no one really pushing past that A-bomb. The 3-1 split here from Boston. Cammy's going to be the man poking forward, and it catches bad timing as Hydra just guns him. So that makes the B-bomb play absolutely a non-factor. Commit to A right now. Snoopy leading the charge.
And he might have decent timing, at least to take space. I don't think Ghosty has the awareness that he's encroached on this position. There's too many big words. I don't want to be severed. My Innie is commentating right now, and he's happy that Purge got the trade.
Your Innie doesn't tweet his stream out. You're out now for Hydra, 4-0. On to Awakening, 1v2, very doable still for Demon Joe. He's shooting hard. Can he keep it going? Baits him out. Oh, damage in one fight. Look at this. We're getting aggro. His shadow might have given it away just for a second there. Maybe across the wall, but definitely across the brick floor. Hydra sees it. Nice work from the Thieves.
Yeah, I think if Awakening holds that position, maybe he can catch Envoy on the stand back up. But either way, we are 2 rounds in, and Hydra, who again, throughout stage 1, bottom 5 S&D player in the league. Throughout this stage, he's been top 3, 5-0 start, 2 first bloods. I want to hear from him, honestly, if we can get an interview of like what turned his S&D gameplay around, like an MW2. I think he was open about maybe stealing strats from the oppositions, going into the final stage and then champs, like seeing what other players do right and do wrong. I want to know what his process is for improving an S&D, because it was an instant turnaround.
It's looking even better this time around. Somehow knows that Awakening's been backed up, so he gives up that space, now takes it over, gets rid of the trophy and everything. This is just Hydra purchasing nothing but real estate over by the A-bomb site now. Not a soul to be seen just yet, but the battle is incredibly close right now. Boston starting to encroach on the site, gives it up for a second gun. Purge is there, and that mighty totem of a bomb now left out in the open.
Yeah, that is Call of Duty timing at its finest. Boston all the way. They got the entire firing squad here. Not ready for the gunfights, though. At least Envoy gets traded. Got to be careful about getting picked in this moment, but 2 AR players scrapping Ghosty. I mean, there's no options. You have to move towards this A site.
Yeah, they dropped the package, but I'm not sure, again, just where it's positioned. It is obfuscated from view there, as Breach don't know the bomb is down in that position. Scrap. Loud and proud on the attack towards Cammy. We're in the red now, 2v2.
Oh, and he just had Purge give away his position, so you might be able to isolate Awakening. Purge has been cleared out. Got to move towards the A site. Trade out the kill, and you might be good for the round. The trade has to come through instantly, and it doesn't. Awakening makes the play. Great waste of time, a great stun grenade, and the comms had to have been there as well, because Purge knows he just has to hide. And I gotta say, Miles, obfuscate, Mr. Milchick, your words, so big.
What does he say in the mirror again? Grow up. That guy's amazing, by the way. Amazing.
I'm so scared of him.
Hello, Mark. Amazing. So good. Awakening, what a round.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, really, really nice. He might get a wellness check at the end of this match. It was Boston. I mean, Cammy had to get on the board, really, but again, we're looking at the player POVs for the accurate stats on some of our looks, folks. So rely on that, really, but really nice bounce back round there from Boston when they needed it most.
Yeah, and Hydra's been the first man involved for the first bloods, but Thieves right now very stagnant on the defensive end, and Purge might be out over towards A, but he's just hoping he can get a pick. The bomb is not yet here with them. Boston, they don't know it, but I can see the minimap. The A site not completely open. Ghosty's around, but they got to know they have the timing. Purge making the move, first blood. There's a technical trade rolling through. Scrap gets a pick, but the A site has been open.
And Bomb is still mobile. The problem is, though, Snoopy doesn't quite know how safe he is to run right across that field, and we might just be going all the way towards B here. It's a bully, and his name is Awakening. He just pushes Scrap up against the lockers, steals his lunch money, and now you're all square, 2-2.
Yeah, and they let Purge make the plays. Awakening here in his Chinese finger traps this round, but Purge is the one that takes the space. I think he gets 3 in the round as well, and he was able to just isolate 3 different players. Catches an errant Ghosty, gets the best of a re-pinching Envoy, and then there for the final kill as well. So Purge, another solid round for Boston. They brought the fight early on.
Nice couple back-to-back. He'll take that for sure. I have to double check the stats, but I don't remember Hydra being the bomb carrier this frequently. This is 3 rounds in a row now, 3. And again, just certainly mixing things up against the Boston Breach that would be well trained and very well versed in the ways of the Thieves. Again, they are handling things quite nicely so far. Envoy looking for his first blood here. Lot of noise. Glass and fragmentation all over the place. Bomb plant at A.
And I love this. Scraps leaving Envoy by himself so he can go watch over his team. Right now, you're just going to play a 3 versus 4 for Thieves, and they're going to take it slow and let Envoy win you the round on this pitch.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice shots into Awakening. Gone. In and out. It's going to draw some of the attention. Snoopy down below. Catches him out. Fantastic work from Snoopy. Hydra still trying to keep the defense up, and that is now all down to the man himself. Red and dealt with the trap set by the Thieves. And Envoy may have just won the round with a kill and Awakening.
And it's a perfect sort of note as well to mention the Hydras now for 3 rounds in a row, taking the bomb on the attacks. But if you're looking at the strengths of players, if you have Hydra in a respawn, it's full freedom. You get the go button, do whatever you want, go crazy, get in their face, take as many gunfights as humanly possible kind of situation. For Envoy, you want him to calibrate. You want him to slow things down, think, work the pinches, and every sort of like high IQ play that you want to have, he's the guy you want in these spots because he can do it better than anybody else in the league, just about. Very few that can contend. And right now, that is how they're handling their S&D on red card. So Thieves, obviously, putting in the work, and it shows.
Yeah, absolutely. They've seen those big, scary numbers, and they've been refined. Purge looking a little further forward right now, and again, just trying to buy some intel, buy anything from here. Envoy's got himself a decent seat, still an expensive one as far as these chairs go. Look at the field he's got there. Lovely view. Can't actually see that goal though, so as far as these seats go, they're not very good. I'll take it back.
That's about it. That's really poor design.
That's a really bad seat. If you paid for that, you're probably paying a lot for that as well. That's tough. And now we go from A to B.
Oh yeah, and well, here's the trap.
Oh, okay, this is where the seat purchase pays off. He's been here for a bloody age. Here we go, folks. Envoy catches 1. The second, the damage is fantastic. His teammates are there, and the Thieves have sprung to life. What a round.
Perfect decision making, man. Does Envoy ever tweak? Does he hear the comms? Does he try to take space? Does he get caught on the pinch? No. He says, I have the perfect position. There is no need for me to move. And then you saw him motor mouth in the comms as well. The second that they sussed out that rotation, the rest of LA Thieves and Scrap leading the charge, flying back to help their boy. Understanding on red card, LA Thieves seem to have it. A nice little lead as well, and Boston looking at the 4-2 lead, and they're seeing those numbers. They don't quite understand it, but they are filled with dread.
Filled with dread. 5.1 seconds from the first bullet to the last to see the LA Thieves dispatch Boston in that previous round. Hydra omni schmoving right through the map under the cover of an RCXD as well, making things happen here. So quick stun check, Envoy straight in there, bang and clear. There it is. Dealt with that as well. So huge works as Hydra. Finish your food, son. Hydra's got players all around him. Can't pick up any more on the pinch. 2v2 now by the B-bomb site. Envoy. I'm not going to make it through this one without taking another breath. Ghosty now with the 1v1 as he chases down Awakening. Another one for the Thieves.
Damn, Ghosty. And again, Similar to map number 1, Ghosty is not the MVP. He is not doing the most for the team, but there's gonna be like a moment every map where it feels like you need him to make the play, and then he's there and he makes the perfect play. And honestly, he makes it look easy. He just jumps all over the final guy, gets the call out. Awakening is either weak or is gonna be running away, so he gets the timing. So it's not like Ghosty always has to do insane things on the map, but he has to keep his head in the game and stay on top of everything. And again, in terms of a team that is built around different strengths, they have all the tools they need.
5-2. As expected, Thieves are top tier team when it comes to search and destroy statistically. Purge trying to take the round into his own hands. And this is a lovely hit and run over towards the B-bomb side. Trade's now complete. Snoopy's going to try to get a few more out of his life. And again, little frantic on the approach. He still has the man advantage. And okay, Hydra somehow kills Envoy.
Yeah, revoke his driver's license.
Well, I think they shot it and it must have blown up in close proximity, but that is a slight blunder. And now in the 2v2, we're going to get the plant.
Well, you kill your teammate, you bail him out. So you're trying to clutch the 2v3, Hydra, an opportunity to make amends.
Oh, perfect usage. Absolute perfect usage of the lethals now. Snoopy the 1v1 on the site, and that is another win from Hydra, and that is the map, boys and girls. Immaculate lethals, fantastic gunfights, even with the blunder of the RC car. The Thieves get it done in search, they go 2-0.
And hey, LA Thieves might not have Traza anymore, but they got their brand new Chip Skylark there for the bailout play. Get the team kill, why not get the final 2, or actually final 3, and clutch the 2v3. Hydra, there is no more making fun of his S&D gameplay. He was at his absolute finest, and as you called out, that is exactly what happens. Credit to Awakening for that kill.
Technically, it should go to Joe, right? That's a shame. Unfortunate team kill. But add that to Awakening's pile, possibly. But we do add to the pile, though, is the map win for the LA Thieves. Another comfortable one, and Hydra 12-3 indeed. His search and destroy is sensational this stage. 8 non-traded as well, not a tremendous amount of damage, but plenty there. As Ghosty, what a beast, and the number of the beast there for his damage himself. Everyone pulling their weight. The LA Thieves, start to finish, strong stuff.
Soul to soul to get on this team, and they are trying to achieve that super status, but very clean series so far. And then the run these guys have had in control is quite literally going to the record books. They are right there. Ridiculous run that they have had. Execute here, you get a 3-0, an easy day in the office. LA Thieves are all about their business.
I know, it's tough, man. Given the state they're in right now and the current form in control, you sort of start every single series off right now 1-0 because no one is able to really take it from you. We'll find out how this one goes. Again, anything can happen. Boston, after a couple of tough losses, though, they're looking a little shaky at the knees. What do we think, Desk?
Search and destroy went the way we thought it would. Well done, LA Thieves. Scrap and crew looking like they're having fun. Walk me through some of the highlights here as we take a look at Search Alley.
I mean, it's just Hydra, right? Like, we've kind of been waiting for Hydra's Search and Destroy to get where it was last year, and it kind of feels like he's getting there.
Not a bad start.
I still can't get over when he literally was like, yeah, I think I'm at like 85% right now, when he's literally dropping 1.3s and numbers like this. I mean, it's like we talked about in the pre-show, man. It is so hard to nitpick at all to this LAD.
I mean,
their S&D is night and day.
They're having fun doing it.
Yeah, they're having fun doing it. That's a good point. I mean, you see red card once again. Teams trying to play them on this map. I just don't agree with it.
Don't do it.
But I mean, they're growing their map pool now. I mean, 7-2 in stage 2, now 8-2 stage 2 in Search and Destroy. Hydra's been unbelievable. Right alongside him and Envoy playing together so well, right? Like, you don't know where Envoy's at, and Hydra's probably trying to get a first blood. So if Hydra ends up dying, Envoy's going to make a huge play. I mean, everybody on this team is a playmaker. They're finding so much success because they're putting in the extra work, man. This is a turnaround from what they were throughout early stage 1. The search really looked like it was going to be an issue. Not anymore.
The trades have been so good as well. You can see a first blood go to Boston. It's instantly traded out.
Yep.
LA Thieves in control, establishing dominance on the map. And you just got to get paranoid as the series goes on. Where is Hydra on the map?
No, literally. And it's also kind of a matchup thing for sure. I think Ant really hit it well earlier
This
when
is
we
a
were
gap.
talking about this. Is just like the aggression throughout the entirety of this map number 2. Boston Breach didn't know what to do with it. Like round 5, they tried to slow things down and it ended up working out in their favor.
Yeah.
But like LADs was like, all right, cool. Like we're still going to force these engagements.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very tough matchup for Boston, right? It's like Boston's a team that's kind of like respawn oriented, particularly hardpoint. And it's like, okay, when we get to a game 5, we'll win our search Search and Destroy as well. You're going up against the best respawn team in the game. That's also a little bit better than you at Search and Destroy. And we saw this map on Hardpoint. I mean, honestly, relatively close, right? Like through the first couple of hills.
Yeah.
Second rotation, like 130 to 120, right? And we're like, okay, Boston have a good opportunity here. And then Thieves just get a huge break down low on computers. Ghosty goes in, hits a massive pinch. They break on in. And from there, they just ran it up on them, man. Scrap had himself a hell of a game. But yeah, for a bit, Boston looked pretty decent, but, you know, just not able to keep up with the skill gap here.
I think the scariest thing about LA Thieves right now is, I think you touched on it earlier. You had so many good points earlier, is the fact that Hydra and Envoy getting that chemistry up.
Yeah,
I think
that was the key.
once they become like a duo, because you forget a lot of the best SMG duos we have in the league right now, comparing Sif to BZ, have been playing together for a while. They have that history, and I feel like it's really important when you're building these super teams is to make sure your SMGs are on the same page and are comfortable working around each other. And LA Thieves didn't have that for a little bit, and now it feels like the mesh is starting to come in, and it's been unreal.
Take a look at the star players. Millionaire Hydra and Scrap. 29 and 23 from Hydra. Scrap goes positive 10, 3,000 and 4,000 damage.
What were we calling them in the pre-show today? LeBron and Luka is what the
who's LeBron?
Yeah, which one's LeBron?
It's like neither of them really played for LA before.
I'm gonna go Kobe and Shaq though. Listen,
it's like Luka and Luka.
This team's unbelievable. That duo though, a scary duo, really poised to win the next major.
Okay, we've got Protocol Control coming up. It's the same map we saw for Hardpoint. Allie, anything Boston can do differently?
Get your engagements and your kills up. To be honest, they're getting outslayed like crazy right now, and that's just because Hydra's having a game. And I mean, they love this matchup typically, and we're not getting a whole lot out of Cammy right now, unfortunately. So for Boston Breach, I mean, put your best foot forward, but it's not looking good because Control hasn't been strong.
Boston are not good at Control.
No.
Like, it's been pretty abysmal. I mean, for them, it's just like, they're going to be running at you if you're LA Thieves. They're going to be trying to put you in a spawn trap, right? Like, you got to regroup, take your time, get that first kill, then get out of your base. Things get out of hand when you get picked off and you lose your numbers there. You're going to get slammed versus this team. So
time to jump into the game. Another 3-0. Let us know, Miles.
Their alties are not very good at finding Envoy and killing him.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're not, bro.
Their alties are really good at stacking the point, though, if you're the Thieves. All right, here we go, folks. Control and a hot hand, indeed, for the LA Thieves. The chances of this being a 3-0 are incredibly high.
I'd throw that at like 92, 93%.
Incredibly high.
Say for the odds on that mix. Yeah, I mean, if the game plan, as Nameless put it, is to find Envoy and kill him, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather chow Scrap in a head glitch and then just die, I suppose. I don't know what I would want to do, but it is an absolute nightmare because, again, Hydra has ascended, found his final form. It's not just the S&D where he's found the improvements. He is top of the boards here in Control as well. And if you notice the kills per 10 minute, 25.4, he's higher than every person on that list except for two, one of them being his teammate. So the SMG duo right now for LA Thieves, they've been out of control. And obviously, if they get going on Protocol, that is the spawn trap blender.
Yeah. We've redefined what it means to be spawn trapped here in Black Ops 6. Control has been vicious from start to finish. Gone are the days of those nail-biting round 5 vault games. They're gone, as something absolutely horribly funny has just happened. I mean, even Sender has had to come in and be like, all right, here we go. Scrap's wheezing in the corner. Ghosty's sort of feeling like, okay, it's not that funny, guys. Lock in, Control, here we go. Let's just get this done. We're going to Protocol. We know what we're doing. Everybody lock in. 18 and 4 for the LA Thieves so far. I mean, madre de Dios, it is not looking good. Boston 4 and 11, 11th overall on a losing streak of 3. Here we go, folks. Good luck, Boston. You'll need it.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
9 in a row against a team that only has 4 total. That's going to tell you a story. Granted, they've played some extra controls because they've had 2 different best of 7s where they get like the extra one for a series in a sense. But yeah, this is, I mean, some wizardry stuff. Hey, we're going to get a look. If you're trying to improve your Control gameplay, what do? Maybe don't shoot Envoy in the back of the head off the rip. But if you do, bail him out and kill everybody else.
Yeah, Ghosty sleep agent programming activated there, and he managed to do a favor for the Boston lads, but a favor that might be short-lived. Nice work here from identifying the push, Boston. You played that absolutely perfectly on the counter-attack, but now you've still got a lot of work to do towards the middle of the map. 50% through A, you've still got numbers, you've got to root these players out, and you do so relatively well. Trades even zone safe. Back to square one.
I mean, hey, he took the distant routes to make sure you get the break, but they deliver. Hydra, though, does a good job of pumping the brakes and keeping Trips under control just so his teammates can work a little bit quicker out of spawn. He's pre-aim his teammates, maybe a little bamboozled, and there's 2 players behind you. So a moment for Hydra, caught a little unaware, but Envoy isn't able to get 2. And you're right back on this A zone, as Envoy has been ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that last gunfight win was something. Unfortunate stun there. Geometry, a wild one here in Black Ops 6. Awakening winning a nice fight there towards mid. Hydra taken care of down low, but so is the A zone. The A zone long gone now over towards B. Ghost to be the first man in, and oh boy, we're causing problems now. The last 2 members of Boston Breach will be red and dealt with in a moment. Hydra's got the pinch on him. Oh gosh, damage is there. Not enough for any more kills, but lovely work.
And they're pushing out for the spawners as well. They get 2. Envoy loses the one in the back, so Ghosty is isolated, and Snoopy gives you 2 big ones just to keep Boston in it. Down, though, by 4 lives, so they got a big hole to climb out of. And a lot of time left on this game clock.
Yeah, not a tremendous difference in lives either, so Thieves with a slight advantage for now. Snoopy. Good dancing and diving, man, but plenty of rounds there. 9 mil rocking its way towards you. Awakening from spawn, right into the fight. Purge is about to cause some problems down low as well, or will he be caught potentially? Now onto B one more time. Thieves looking to get it done.
This is a tough one. Wins the gunfight on time, gets traded out by Ghosty, trying to flood through the middle of the map. But again, you were just down 6, make it 7 lives. A moment where they needed their front line to start getting some kills and set you up, and they just simply could not deliver. Hydra there for the trades, and for Boston, no respawns remaining. It's better to die, probably, than to give up all the tick captures.
It is, but also if you just don't lose a single gunfight, you lose 1. Ghosty picks up a freebie now. Pressure towards the middle of the map over by the zone. Nice damage in, but Awakening is still alive, and Awakening has been shooting for the last few moments. He's 8 and 8 overall. Last man left alive now for Boston. Hydra is going for the ramp to kill him. Easier said than done, but that's the round for the Thieves.
Yeah, and Ghosty, again, he opens things up, shooting Envoy in the back of the head, so he makes up for it by getting double-digit kills in the round. So phenomenal work there out of the AR players for LA Thieves, and I mean, that is just basically as fast as you could play around. Even for the time it took to get out of their spawn, it was about as quick as they could do it, given how Boston was playing in it, and just swinging from one zone to the other and knowing when to stack and when to push out. LA Thieves very much dialed in. And is Dave Chappelle in the background? Are they having too much fun? Why are they smiling so much? It's like it's boisterous laughter.
I looked. I was like, Dave? Dave in Dallas? They caught me out there. Well, Ghosty's looking great. Word to Bucket. See if you can keep it going here in these next few rounds. Snoopy with his first blood here. Again, the instant trays. The top mid of Protocol, a death trap. Whichever way you look at it. And Cammy has managed to slip his way through, and nice shots on both of those players, but the capture comes to a close. Here comes Snoop. There it is, gets 2.
Take that, good work. Now you stack the objective. They're gonna have, well, only one guy on, and Awakening gets picked. Snoopy might have to do everything in this moment. Finally, the reinforcements are there. Purge gets an extra kill and an opportunity for him to get his gun hot. Slow start in round number 1, but a 3 spree in this moment, and he lives in their spawn.
Ooh, unlucky. He had a lot of pressure there. He was starting to get moving, but Hydra and Ghosty just get a couple of insane kills. Second segment A now complete. You're still keeping the capture alive, and Snoopy has been living quite literally on the A zone. Now reinforcements arrive to speed up the process here. As the A zone goes, 2 minutes and 14 to party with, and lots of lives for Boston. This has been a great round. Oh no, praise Kier. I take it all back.
Yeah, that's the MVP maybe of this map rolling through. That's a 5 spree, 16 and 6 over towards Helicopter. Comment to his teammates, who, by the way, already in position. He's got 2 teammates over by grass who now get freebie kills because Ghosty just went and controlled the map for you. He picks up 3 and he just sets his boys up. And here is the spawn trap potential blender, but a minute and 45 to get out of it. You just gotta get some trades. You gotta get some trades. Any trades. 1 or 2 trades, please.
Wait, good luck. No, Envoy now. Oh,
any trades.
Yep. Anyone get a trade? The pressure is still on. The trap is set. And Boston are unable to escape. The life count is gone. Scraps finally kills with a knife. Awakening finally gets 1 out of it. 2 now. An opportunity, but oh no, it's over by the heli. And it's Ghosty looking to get his 8th kill in a row. Oh, right into Hydra. Awakening has just spawned. For God's sake, man. Last lives, Boston.
Did we have to watch the final round?
Yeah.
5 and 15. I mean, dude, just start team killing each other just so you're not feeding streaks. That was 17-7 on the life count. And from the point where they had 17 remaining, that was legit 40 or 45 seconds. That's messed up.
I wonder if they'll have a waffle party to celebrate that incredible round. Boston are stunned.
And naded and shot and traded. They're everything.
Yeah, this does not end anytime soon here, folks. Envoy. Don't forget, after plays like this, he's only 15 and 15 overall, but a ridiculous round once again from the LA Thieves.
Nah, man. I'm playing against Atlanta or FaZe, and I'm on one of these like mid-pack teams. I'm subbing in my innie for the game for sure. Take me down that elevator. I need that mental separation.
That's a tough one. That was a little bit of extra spice there from Hydra. An over-seasoned awakening. We'll see if he comes out tasty in this round, and you need it, Boston. You need it bad. Match point, LA Thieves.
For what it's worth, by the way, all off the back of a Dan Ghosty 3-piece.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Ghosty has literally had one moment every single game where he just makes like a good play and delivers you daggers.
Okay, he got you right back. Ghosty, another 3 here, arguably. I shot some cam there on the top. Again, defensively, so far, so good, Boston. You haven't accounted for Hydra just yet. Good job. Cammy doing it all again. And again, a rolling thunder across top mid right now, Boston Breach.
And maybe an opportunity to get a little bit going. Envoy, though, last man up, knows his life is valuable. You don't want to be put in the spawn trap yourself, so you need to make sure you stay up, stay alive, and trade out the kills. Snoopy shows up in the feed. You got Envoy going for the hunt while Scrap is just going to go and get that time. And in the meanwhile, here's Hydra behind you. And look who's unaware. Purge, 5 and 18. This man's head must be spinning.
We're not enjoying this one nearly as much as we have for Purge. That's a big hit. Ghosty's going to get at least 2. Cammy and Awakening fall prey to the Hellstorm. Envoy now, under the cover of smoke and a hail of gunfire, pushes forward to spawn. And again, even on the attack right now, the LA Thieves so far pushed forward. The A zone gone, and they are in your spawn. Scrap's not giving this up anytime soon on a 6.
I mean, they're not even really pretending to cap the objective either. Finally, they got one guy on it, but that is very much. Let's just demoralize them, I suppose. Ghosty last man up. Can he make another heroic play? Or will he just be alive long enough that his teammates still have so much map space?
Yeah, they've got a lot to work with here still. Snoopy, though, starting to cut his way through Thieves members. And one by one, the individual fights are right there. For Boston, Awakening from spawn now right in. He's managed to slow down the Thieves for a second, but Hydra merely pumped the brakes of his own accord. Envoy now fighting forward as well. Opportunity knocks once again for the LA Thieves to get on the zone.
I mean, they'll win it one of 2 ways. They should just do it on kills at this point. 5 lives remaining for Boston. They got hot 3-0'd. Purge, one of the worst KDs we have seen this year. Are we gonna hit the 7?
Maybe.
We would be lucky to.
Maybe we would be. Will Purge be lucky to as well? 3 members now remaining. Cammy finding a pair in the final moments of this round and possibly this series. LA Thieves come to play. Scrap puts it all now down to the 7th of Purge. It's not over yet, but it is not looking good. Come on, man, let me sell the dream. They're still on the zone, capturing it. There we go. Now Purge, can he save it? What a heroic moment it would be, but it's done. The Thieves collapse upon Boston Breach and tear them to pieces. They're in the control and they're in the series. GG's. That was a rough one.
Yeah, you sell the dream. I sell the nightmare of playing against the top 2 teams right now. I mean, these have just been destructive 3-0s we have seen today from both Atlanta and LA Thieves. And I don't know which one is more impressive. Certainly the run LA Thieves have had has been incredible. Their turnaround at S&D, you could not ask for anything more, and that is now 10 control map wins in a row. Looking untouchable in one game mode. The one weakness they've had, they're now 8-2 in S&D. Like, is Hardpoint their worst game mode? And they might be the best Hardpoint team in the game, Miles. Like, this is not ideal for the rest of the league. But finally, we can say Dan Ghosty for MVP. That was only the first round stats for the kills column, but the damage overall was concurrent throughout the entire time. Ghosty, a masterclass there on protocol control.
Yeah, a wonderful day there for the LA Thieves. 170-6-2, 3-0 in the series as well. Congratulations to the Thieves. Plenty of CDL points going their way still as they continue their extremely healthy campaign towards champs. I just love the idea